Snow covered the quiet streets of a small American town. Christmas lights decorated every house. Families were gathering together. Children were returning home. Grandchildren were running into the arms of their grandparents. But a few miles away, behind a tall iron gate, stood a quiet old-age home called Pine Valley Care Center. Inside that building lived more than 60 elderly men and women. Some had families. Some had children. Some had grandchildren. And almost all of them had one thing in common. They were waiting. Waiting for a phone call. Waiting for a visitor. Waiting for someone to say, "Mom, Dad, we have come to see you." As Christmas approached, the residents became excited. The dining hall was decorated with a large Christmas tree. Golden lights shone across the walls. A fireplace burned quietly in the corner. Every resident received a small Christmas stocking. But the greatest decoration in the entire building was not the tree. It was hope. Every year, the residents believed that Christmas would be different. This year, their children would come. This year, their grandchildren would remember them. This year, someone would open the front door and say, "Mom, Dad, Merry Christmas." Among the residents was an 84-year-old man named William Carter. William had a small room near the main entrance. He had deliberately chosen that room because from his window he could see every car entering the parking lot. Every morning, he placed a chair beside the window. Every afternoon, he looked outside. And every evening, he waited. One day, his roommate asked him, "William, who are you waiting for?" William smiled. "My son. Is he coming?" William looked at the road. "He always comes for Christmas." But his roommate knew that William had said the same thing last year, and the year before that. Across the hall lived Margaret Lewis. Margaret was 79 years old. She had been a school teacher for 35 years. She had taught hundreds of children, but she had only one daughter, Emily. Margaret kept a small calendar beside her bed. Whenever Emily visited, Margaret marked the day with a red heart. The last red heart had been drawn 11 months ago. Still, Margaret never complained. Whenever someone asked about her daughter, she smiled and said, "Emily is a wonderful daughter. She is just very busy." That December, Margaret bought a small silver locket. She wrapped it carefully. Then she wrote on the gift, "For my beautiful daughter, Emily." She placed it beside her bed and began waiting. 1 week before Christmas, the director of Pine Valley Care Center, Sarah Miller, placed a large board in the main hall. At the top, she wrote, "Christmas Visitor List." Residents began gathering around it. One by one, names appeared. David, December 24th. Jennifer, December 25th. Michael, Christmas morning. The residents smiled. But beside William's name, there was nothing. Beside Margaret's name, there was nothing. Still, every morning they checked the board. Because sometimes hope survives even when evidence does not. And Christmas was still 7 days away. That night, William sat by the window. A car passed outside. He stood up quickly. Then he realized it was only a delivery vehicle. Slowly, he sat down. He looked at the Christmas tree and whispered, "Maybe tomorrow." Across the hallway, Margaret opened her purse. Inside was the silver locket. She held it tightly. Then she whispered, "Emily will come." Outside, snow began to fall. And inside, Pine Valley Care Center, everyone continued to wait because Christmas was coming. And with Christmas came hope.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends and family.